All right. I'm here with more historic best of three, playing Esper control this time. It's funny, the black cards are all in the front here. Drown in the Lock, Void Rend, and Tasha. There's other options too, but I'm currently not interested in them. I was looking at a couple lists online. I'm like, all right, what is possible? Like, what is the black even doing? I have a Oath of Kaya and a Necromancy in the sideboard, but it's still the transformative Idyllic Tutor 9 life scam. I think that's still worth it. Notably, no double black spells, so I don't have to run too many black sources, but if it becomes a problem that I'm not hitting enough, then maybe I can add more. I like Tasha a lot. I almost want to do like two of this, maybe even more. I just think this card is satisfying. Void Rend is alright. You know, it's an instant speed Vindicate kind of that can't be countered. So if you're in a control mirror, it is an answer like Dovin's Veto that your opponent can't, fight back. It makes going for Teferis for the opponent, dead in the water, basically. Drown in the Lock is either great or not so great. I know there's cards like Croxa that just undo, like you can't Drown in the Lock Croxa usually, which is really depressing, right? Like, oh, this recurring threat. It's like, oh yeah, but it dealt with its own graveyard, so you can't Drown in the Lock it. But if this winds up being super good, and I kind of think it still is, like you have cards like Crucius, right, which fuel the graveyard for the opponent. I think this is pretty solid. And if it is, I want to go up more Snapcasters because things to do on two is just like really, really good. If your 2 mana slot in this kind of shell is good, then I think this is really good. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'm running a Farewell. I think main deck Graveyard Hate is, it's all right. There's some indestructible threats. I don't know. This is I took out a John Lock for a Farewell. There's a chance it will not work out. There's a chance taking out a Supreme Verdict might have been better. To make room for the black, I took out Consider and was it Portable Hole, and I think I took out like one Wandering Emperor and a couple other things. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Still on this sideboard plan. This is an enchantment, so the idyllic tutors I bring in can find this. I don't really know what world I would, but it's an enchantment, and that's some synergy. So I'm gonna try that. You like black sources? Oh my, so do I. Necromentia is double black, and I don't have a lot of black sources. So there's also the argument I might not ever put this in. I'm trying to go through all the matchups I expect, and I don't even know where I would bring this card in. I don't actually know what kind of decks I'm playing against where I want Necromentia other than control decks. Uh, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, the two extra slots in the sideboard are kind of flex spots. Honestly, you could say the three, because Rest in Peace also I don't think has ever felt appealing either, to be honest. Graveyard Hate doesn't really feel really great right now. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but we'll see. We'll see how we do. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. I stream about 5 p.m. Eastern, and yeah, stick around, kick back, watch me lose, watch me win, watch me cry. Ugh. Gotta charge my phone. Do I? I don't know. I'm probably gonna make a bloop noise. Yep, I made a bloop noise. My Galaxy J3 Aura has blooped. Okay. No, turn one cantrips. Oh, damn it. First game. Thoughtseize too? Damn it. No. Oh, just right back in this, right back in the red black nonsense. Just right back in. Yep. All right. Opponent takes Teferi. I think that's a good sign. It means The game is expected to go long for my opponent, so much so that they don't care about Supreme Verdict. It's interesting. Yep, it's literally just this. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to get rid of a land. Draw the Lock does counter things. Yeah, I'm going to play a land my opponent did not know about to leave up Drown in the Lock, I guess. My opponent doesn't have any more lands. That's good news, I think. Wait, what? That's a slow land, huh? Okay, well, I can't stop that one. Yep, just black-red degeneracy. Okay, well, I got none. Hopefully they discard two and I can drown anything. They get rid of Fatal Push and a Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, so there's 4 cards in the graveyard. My opponent is aware of Supreme Verdict. I guess they're running it out because it doesn't really matter. Yep, I can do this and pass. That's all I can do. Alright, well I have the Supreme Verdict next turn, which means Kroxa then comes after that, and I can't stop it. Because it exiles their entire graveyard. Alright, they're going to take probably Snapcaster. I mean, I can run out both of these. Let's just counter this. I don't know. It's not very strong once they get Kroxa next turn anyways. The Glutton can eat my graveyard, so Snapcaster is also not really great. Oh, they can do it right now? Can they? No, they need one more card, right? This is Unleash Escape 5. Yeah, they need one more card in their graveyard. Well, I'm not going to block. Hopefully they just have a, I don't know, yeah, nothing. Alright, so I can just play this and then play Hall of the Storm Giants. Could I have made a 1-1? I guess I could have blocked with a 1-1, to be fair. I could have just blocked with a 1-1 right there. Wasn't paying attention. Could have saved me 4 life. They can flash back this and get 2 tokens, yeah. And they can still get Kroxa, which they probably will. I guess I can get rid of Snapcaster Mage? But they know about Snapcaster Mage. So I'll just discard a land and then Snapcaster the Supreme Verdict? As long as there's no, like, Liliana of the Veil, I'm not too nervous here. Yep, so they want to do this so they can eat my Supreme Verdict so I can't snap it and then, you know, not die. Makes sense. They ate a card out of their own graveyard, kind of confusing. I don't think they had to do that. Maybe they did, I don't know. Okay, I found an answer to a Kroxa. It's kind of a miserable answer, but it's always going to be miserable when you have to deal with the Kroxa. They also have the chance, they have opportunity to discard spell me as well. This deck has a lot of discard spells. I'm surprised I'm still in this, actually. I'm also incredibly surprised my opponent is not doing anything that I don't understand. I'm kind of confused. Okay, I can exile the graveyard now, but then I can't do anything. I don't know, I'll just pass. I think I'm back in this. I'm very confused why they did not Kroxa me. Well, if you didn't do it last turn, I don't see you doing it now. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of confused here. I'm just gonna Archmage's Charm and draw cards. I expect a bunch of removal and for Snapcasters just to repeatedly die. Not really a big deal. Fatal Push does kill Hall of the Storm Giants, which is really unfortunate. I'm never upset to see dead cards in my opponent's hand, though. Okay, alright, yeah. I think the pressure just got alleviated because my opponent decided to not Kroxa me, so I could draw with the Archmage's Charm and just pull ahead, which I don't think I should have been able to do, right? Even if this doesn't resolve, it's continuous pressure. It doesn't necessarily have to resolve if it's a must-answer threat. Yeah, well, doing it now doesn't make any sense. Why didn't you do it before? Now I just have gas. Now I just have things to do. Yeah, that was, okay. That was very suspect. Very odd. But we take those, I guess. I think this game is over. I should do my best to hide cards, but it also doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if my opponent sees Tasha. I probably will take Tasha out. It's not super effective against this kind of deck. That's fine. I can't be convinced to counter that. Very strange sequence of events here. Looks like I would have pulled ahead anyways, to be honest. But you never know. But it would have been an uphill battle for them to actually get out of this. I think I'm gonna play this. And I'm going to Void Rend their Harvester. They don't really have any haste threats, so this means Teferi's basically always going to ultimate. Yeah, they don't have a man land here. Do I have Snap, Charm, Snap? I do not. But I do have Snap change the equation. I have more counter spells than they have cards in hand, so... Or actually, it's just equal. Target opponent discards what now? No? Doesn't really matter. I don't think I should have won that. I don't know. Maybe I would have pulled ahead anyways. So if it wasn't for Kroxa, I do like the Solemnity thing. Can I beat Kroxa and ignore the rest of their deck? That's a tall ask. I could run Rest in Peace and make Kroxa a non-issue as well. So what's coming out? Alright, you know what? I'm doing this. Fight me. Fight me. I'm doing this. I'm using this, viewer. I'm going in here. So what does not feel great? Marsh deals with Kroxa as well. Maybe Farewell's a little too steep. It doesn't answer Liliana of the Veils. If I'm gonna... Maybe I should take out the Snapcaster Mages. Take out the Wandering Emperor. A Teferi Farewell. I think I'm always doing this. So what do we take out? Void Rend, maybe? Solemnity deals with Fable of the Mirror Breaker, so I don't really need Void Rend for that. And creatures are not an issue if I have 9 lives Solemnity. I kind of want maybe at least 2 Teferis. They do have that 4 mana 3/3 that makes me discard the most expensive card in my hand, which is going to be Teferi if he's in my hand. And that comes in play before Teferi, and I don't have a solid answer to it other than Archmage's Charm, which means it is pretty likely to hit Teferi if it is in my hand. Maybe I don't need Memory Deluge. I did add 4 basically card draw spells. Alright, what do we not have for this next game? Rest in Peace is... Ah, man, I kind of want Rest in Peace, but I think I have enough main deck answers to Kroxa. It would really just be the March. Maybe that's enough. I should just play it safe and slide this in, drop it to Fairy. Fine. Let's do that. My brain is all in on dealing with Kroxa. If my opponent has Bone Crusher Giant, we're back into dealing with that card as well. And then it starts getting questionable about running the combo there. It starts to get a little questionable, but I hadn't seen it game 1. This hand is a little weak. It's a little weak, but it does have Seek New Knowledge, which means I do like it. I'm on the draw as well. Nothing I can do to change that. So I see an extra card. I expect a bunch of... I mean, I always say it, but should expect at least 1 discard spell if they're running like 6 to 8. Usually 8. And then if they have like Duress in the sideboard, more. Turn 1 Mountain. Kind of interesting. They did mulligan, though. What's this, Kroxa? Unlicensed Hearse. Whoa, alright. Good thing we took out Snapcaster Mage. I mean, it wasn't good anyways because we saw the Trespasser, but... Alright, we're probably going to Seek New Knowledge a... Plains away. Yep, I'm going to do that now. It's pretty likely this is the card they'll name. So I don't care if they take my 9 lives. In fact, they probably shouldn't. Well, Drown in the Loch doesn't do anything with Hearse because they can Hearse their own graveyard. They took Teferi last time. They're probably surprised to see 9 lives, to be honest. Wow, they snap took 9 lives. That's insane to me. Really? I'm actually kind of surprised. Very surprising. Why? I guess that means they have no answer to it. Are they scared of it, though? I guess they are. They hadn't seen Solemnity. Maybe it's on their radar? I'd be surprised if people had Solemnity and 9 lives on their radar unless they saw both at the same time. They could see Solemnity and think it's good against Fable the Mirror Breaker, and see 9 lives and think it's just good against, you know, giving me time or something. Kind of an odd time to do that. Actually, it's an incredibly odd time. I don't think that was correct. I mean, sure. Yeah. Yeah, either counter it or they don't pick it. It doesn't really... Yeah, I don't really know why they activated the Hearse there and then cast a discard spell. That seemed a little backwards. What if I like top deck Snapcaster Mage and you get into an issue? Like if I had a Consider in my hand? Could find yourself getting into a bit of a pickle there. There's nothing Seek New Knowledge can find that I'm interested in. Oh, they wanted to exile their graveyard so they can cast their discard spells. And I cannot Drown in the Loch if they don't have a graveyard. So that's why they did that. Never mind. Opponent's playing 4D chess. I understand. It looks like they're doing it again. No graveyard so they can cast a discard spell. I am very happy with these 1-for-1s because I'm under 0 pressure. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's... my opponent's not really pulling ahead doing this. I'm going to put away 1 Solemnity, and I'd be kind of surprised if they took the other one. But, again, we're under 0 pressure. I don't really care if they keep me off of the 9 lives thing. I get Teferi next turn. They have to take Teferi, or I just get it. Yeah. Okay. know what they're thinking about here. I can't counter anything, really. I can't even counter a Croxa, although Croxa's not really a big deal. I mean, countering Croxa is the same as discarding a card to Croxa. You know, it doesn't really matter. Okay, they have this in their deck. It doesn't work with Solemnity, fortunately. Opponent probably didn't realize that. I have no idea why this is in their deck. This part doesn't do anything. I don't really care about this. It seems like my opponent just ran every single, let's do, can I do, let's see, white, blue, so blue, white, black. Yeah, alright. My opponent's running every graveyard hate spell imaginable, and I don't really agree with that. Just for Snapcaster. I was wise to take it out of my deck, though. There's also a chance they can't deal with this, other than Croxa. It's really cool that the sideboard plan, having a transformative sideboard plan is extremely uncommon. And it's cool to have it be, like, actually good. I think this is very good. This has won me a lot of games where it's, like, a very big uphill battle. Alright, looks like my opponent threw their phone. So he just, like, as per usual, I guess I just get to revel in my victory longer. I don't know. Maybe they have an answer and they sided it out. It would only be Feed the Swarm, and I would be surprised if they had that main deck or in their sideboard. So they could have Liliana of the Veil. They could have, I think that's about it. I don't really have an answer to Liliana of the Veil, right? I don't have Void Wrens in my deck. But I don't think my opponent is here, and I think we won. I think my opponent's having a bit of a temper tantrum there. They kept a 2-land hand. It might have even been a 1-land hand, because they shocked the Blood Crypt on turn 2 to Thoughtseize me, right? So we might have top-decked the Blood Crypt, because they probably would have played it turn 1. I'm still not convinced to play Leyline of, what is it, Sanctity? I think it's Leyline of Sanctity. Whatever the white one is that gives your face hexproof. It stops burn spells at your face and Thoughtseize Inquisition. I don't think I've seen Duress yet. I don't know if that's worth it. Even with Idyllic Tutors, you know, I can tutor... Oh, shoot, I hit my desk, my bad. I can tutor... I can tutor, yeah. Well, I guess I'm editing this part out of the video. Guess that's what we're doing. So I can spare people on YouTube the suffering. And I should start to practice my video editing a little bit more. I kind of want to do that. I downloaded DaVinci Resolve again, and I kind of want to do it again, so... I'll probably, yeah. We're going to edit this. I'm going to try to edit this out. It makes uploading way, way longer, because it's not just uploading a VOD. I have to, like, actually edit and then render. And the rendering part takes a long time. Takes a long time. I think it's still within my time frame that I've allotted myself to, like, do this. Alright, yeah. It seems like it is pretty common that people just rope you out. It does seem pretty common, which is kind of surprising. You'd figure people, you know, playing Magic would want to play Magic and then just move on to the next game. Kind of weird. My opponent was playing basically the deck to beat, too. So, you know, they're not going to sit in gold for very long. Alright, so this is the other deck to beat, if it is blue-red. Which I think I do hope that it is. Is this hand keepable? Yes? I don't know. I don't know how to play Magic. I'm new. Alright, looks like it is. This is the other deck to beat. Blue-red prowess. Spell Pierce is not in the main deck. I should probably take out this pathway. It's not very common I will ever put this on white. So maybe I should take it out. Alright, looks like I'm not going to win game one here. Pretty decisively. Maybe my opponent respects something. If they put a card in the graveyard, I guess I do have an actual removal spell. That's not a card. Please don't have Reckless Charge. That would be amazing. Of course you have Reckless Charge. Why wouldn't you? Alright. Oh, I don't have... Oh, right, wait. It has to... Reckless Charge has to resolve first, and then I can kill this. Yep. They can Reckless Charge still to hit me, or they could just save it to hit me with a creature later. Probably doesn't matter what they choose. Alright, it's not very common they have 4 threats. That's not a common outcome for this deck. Probably going to have to chump block here. I mean, I definitely will have to chump block here. I'm dead to almost every spell, but not all of them. Looks like they don't have anything. That's awesome. I get to trade instead of chump. I still need more stuff, though. That's good. I don't know, what was the mistake? Feeling bad about their attack, maybe? How many cards do they have in their graveyard? 2? Okay, so let's kill this one. They're holding priority because they can activate Den of the Bugbear. It would just tap itself, but could still be dead. Oh, I'm dead. If I found a land, I wasn't dead. Alright, so Rest in Peace is good. Good. This game usually doesn't make it to Farewell to Fairy. I think I'm going to take the Farewell out, honestly. Wandering Emperor should just, take out from the bottom here, or top, whatever, most expensive first. Do I even like Tasha? It shrinks some of their cards, but not by a substantial degree. It's not like that great. Yeah, I'm gonna take it out, I guess. I won't always have Rest in Peace, and it isn't even that good. It just stops Arc. Yeah, it just stops Arcanist. Doesn't really do anything else. I think I do like Snapcaster in this matchup. Maybe I can go down an Archmage's Charm and maybe even more Archmage's Charms. Keep my deck really cheap. I think I like Voidrend more than Archmage's Charm. Ay. Okay, we have the combo here. I expect Spell Pierce, though. Fortunately, the combo does get around... It does get around, what's it called? Mystical Dispute, because these are not blue. Unfortunately, I don't have a removal spell for that. And I would like to play a tap land here, because I don't have 2 untapped lands. Alright, please cast a burn spell that's not Reckless Charge. Golly. Okay, I'm going to play 9 lives here. Yes. My opponent will probably tap out to try to push through the 9 lives and not expect Solemnity, and then I win, unless they have Otawara. Even if they do have Otawara, my deck does do things after the fact. If they don't do anything, I don't do anything either. I have double things. I'm not countering a Wizard's Lightning. Yep. And that's what they cast. Or Play with Fire. Not happening. I will try to kill one of these before it hits me. Get to play around Spell Pierce too. Oh look, it's Mystical Dispute. What a surprise. Oh no, I can't counter Mystical Dispute because it's not 3 or less. Or 2 or less. Well, they can't have a second Mystical Dispute. I don't really have to counter this. I can play around the only counterspell they can find with this, which is Spell Pierce. Alright, did I win the game? It's just Odawara. Yep. No Brazen Bowers, which doesn't surprise me either. Do I change anything? No. I don't think so. Does my opponent change anything? Yes. Probably. Who knows what. Bring it into Bowers. They'll probably mulligan for a hand with Odawaras. See if we can scam them again. Or just win the game and not need the scam. Okay. Did they snap mulligan? I think they did. Yep. Looking for a 1-drop because that's the only thing the deck does? No. Alright. Looks like a Play with Fire. Or Consider. That's the first Consider we've seen. Keeps on top. If they have Reckless Charge, they're not interested in casting it. Well, opponent just pulling ahead. We have Supreme Verdict, but it's pretty slow with a bunch of tap lands. Ay, ay, ay. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I can respect one Spell Pierce because I have a second copy, so I guess I just will. They have to have it. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? Alright, can they kill me right now? Is the question. Cool. Yep, like I said, Spell Pierce. Only card that matters. And of course they had it, so I guess I lose. If I didn't have tap lands, I would have won. Because I had Supreme Verdict. But all of my lands that entire game came in tapped, so I lost. But they do prey on the control decks for sure. Goblins even. Have we played against goblins? I don't know if I have a video of me fighting goblins yet. Muxus. The bane of my existence. That's not true. I don't hate Muxus that much. Man, it was raining and cloudy like 2 hours ago, and now it's all nice out. Do I need a better hand than this on the draw? It'll come to me. Or it won't, and I'll be dead. Okay. I don't believe Yawgmoth is in Historic. Unless it is. I don't think it is. Is it? I don't think so. Don't believe there is Yawgmoth in Historic. This is a pretty weak draw. I'm kind of surprised they kept it. I think I'm just going to run this out. Yeah, I'm gonna run that out. It's my 5th land. And the only thing I'm cycling to, if you're like, the only thing you're after is a land with your cycle land, you probably shouldn't cycle your land. That would be funny if my opponent just did nothing, 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 Yawgmoth, and I lose. Okay, no. Target creature you control, whenever mana value dies, return it. Okay, so it's a perpetually annoying copy of Yawgmoth I have to deal with, but not the worst thing in the world. No black mana, kind of sketch, but that's fine so far. Collected Company could be in their deck. They didn't have it last turn, so looks like they don't have it now. Alright, I'll take a land and probably another land. I don't really need the next Teferi, but I don't really need another land, so I'll just start playing Teferis. This one doesn't even die to the board, so I'll just let this Teferi take 4. I think that's fine. Let's get rid of Castle. How greedy do I want to be? Max greed? Drown in the Loch is dead right now, so I'll take that out. I can block with Snapcaster, but I'll just leave up my mana. Yeah. This is 6 mana. Please don't be a black spell. I will exile or counter your Tyvar. What is this, Beseiju? Looks like they have Beseiju. I don't have a swamp. Sure. Okay, kind of interesting. So let's exile Yawgmoth. Play a land and untap some lands. I think they have a spot removal spell, so Snapcaster probably won't be blocking. There is a Beseiju. Interesting. Alright, so float a mana. Let's go get a... Doesn't really matter. Rafine's Tower, I suppose? Sure. I can cycle them if I find them, but... Alright, so snap into... Change the equation. I can now do that. Otherwise I can't because of the mana. Yeah, let's just do that. Looks like they do not have a spot removal spell. At least nothing was held priority through all that. And I'll block the thing that doesn't die forever. Or does die forever. Teferi dies, that's fine. And then I can march this one with the next... Or I can even tuck this. I could just tuck this away. But it doesn't really matter. I think going up on cards is better. Just do that instead. Doesn't really matter. Teferi's not dying. I can just let it take 3. Click, click. Another one of these. Can I do anything about that? No, not really. Target creature you can... Let me read this ability. Greater mana value dies. This comes back. Okay. I see. Archmage's Charm and a Snapcaster Mage. There's all 4 Teferis. That's kind of funny. Let's exile the Kami here. Just do it now. I'm not going to exile one of my Teferis. And pass. Okay. So when this thing dies, they get this back. Yeah. I guess that's fine, right? I don't think I care about a prosperous innkeeper. Oh, look, it's Yawgmoth. I don't think I've played against Yawgmoth, like, ever. Alright, so... I guess I'll Void Rend, because I have Snapcaster to Void Rend later. Play this tapped, and pass. I can block this Llanowar Elves with a 1-1, or I can just not do anything. Alright, let's see if they go to combat here. Oh, no, they moused over my man land. They're probably not going to swing. Yep, alright, so that's game. That's game. I'd be surprised if they somehow got out of this. Be actually very surprised. I'm going to cycle now, just to untap more mana. Oh, that's not bad. Gonna up my mouse sensitivity. Fiend Artisan. I don't know. Why not? Yeah, don't know what they thought was gonna happen there. So, Yawgmoth. This is not bad. Solemnity stops the Undying triggers, right? The +1/+1 counter. Which means I think they can loop it infinitely with just this. I guess I'm always bringing in Rest in Peace, Necromentia. I guess this should be a second Necromentia given how much I'm bringing in this. I like Change the Equation. I kind of like everything, actually. Maybe Tasha's a little... No, Tasha's not bad, but if they don't use combat to kill me... But this does make it hard for them to actually swing at me. It undoes the 1/1 counter on Undying cards, though, which is unfortunate. So I don't think I want that. Teferi was good. They're not super aggressive. Honestly, everything is good here. Maybe Supreme Verdict is a little weak. Like, the sweepers aren't great. Drop some Teferis, too. Archmage's Charm. Eh. I'm bringing in Rest in Peace, so Snapcaster gets a little worse. Wandering Emperor. Eh. They don't really use combat to kill me with, like, that weird combo. Assuming it is a combo deck. Maybe it's not a super fast deck and I can remove some of these copies. Go down like 1/1 and 1. But no, last time I did that I got in trouble. I'm not doing that again. Take out Seek New Knowledges. Like that. Sure. Yeah, alright. Necromentia hitting Yawgmoth is a modern play. That is a thing you expect to see in a modern game. A game of modern. I have one piece. I'm on the draw. I should expect sideboard, discard. Hand's a little slow, but I think that's fine. I have all my colors. That's nice. Turn 1 Yawgmoth again. I can immediately exile it. No, I can't. Wait, no. This is a 1-drop. I keep thinking I can hit 1-drops with this on turn 1. You can't do that. It's not prismatic command, or prismatic, what is it? Prismatic ending. Hapatra, also a card in the modern deck. So let's play you? Or do I play this? I think I'm going to leave up an answer to this young wolf here. I think I'm just going to do it now, to be honest. Just going to do it now. Can do it again next turn on this. There might not be collected companies because it can't find Yawgmoth. Okay. They kind of did that backwards. They could have gained a life off of this. They could have gained 2 life off of it, actually. Okay, so let's play this on Hapatra. Well, I have to play it on tap later. Let's do that. And then I'm really looking for Solemnity. Alright. Eldritch Evolution. They can immediately activate this because it has haste because of Tyvar, but they did not. I'm probably going to have to cycle this land here. Probably going to wind up doing that. So let's do this and pass. Okay. So they sacrifice this weird enforcer that leaves behind a 1/1. And they get a 2-mana card. Probably another Hapatra. Was there a reason? Could they have done this for 4 here? And then just got Yawgmoth? Is that how this works? Sacrifice another creature. Yeah, I feel like they could have. Okay, they're just looping this Fiend Artisan thing, sure. This untaps a creature. I don't think that's terribly relevant. So they go to combat, they swing. Do I kill or do I cycle? I should probably cycle. Unless they have Yawgmoth, I'm not, like, losing my mind. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they mill, I can die to these being too large. So maybe I should play this. Which means I shock myself to leave up Drown in the Loch as well. Alright. 9 lives in play with no Solemnity. That is a 2-turn clock, but it was already a 2-turn clock, so that doesn't really change anything. Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drown in the Locking does not change any sort of math. I'm not gonna change the clock here. Okay, let's kill that. So they can't use it to tutor up something immediately. Okay. So another one of these is forced. Yep, I just have to play out the other one or I'm just dead. I guess I'll leave up... no, I'm going to play Tower so I can Archmage's Charm to at least Divination. And I can see more cards that way. Alright, so yeah, they're probably going to take Charm there. Teferi is not doing anything, so that's smart. Alright, so there's outs here. I have to draw them. There's 4 Solemnities and 4 Idyllic Tutors. And 3 9 lives, which buy me a turn. And I guess 2 Rafine Towers I could cycle into, which are redraws, right? Mm-hmm. This is for 2 again. Probably another Fiend Artisan. Funny enough, if I top deck... Oh, Supreme Verdicts too, right? I have Supreme Verdicts in here. I don't think I took those out. This is definitely a farewell matchup, that's for sure. Phyrexian Revoker. Okay. Sure. Alright, well, we didn't draw anything, so we are dead. Um, I guess I kind of want Supreme Verdicts. Kind of. Maybe a little bit more than I want Teferis. Go down and up like that. Not by much, though. Maybe I even want a Wandering Emperor slightly more than a Teferi. It is cheaper than Teferi and can exile. I'm not really afraid of decking out, right? I think my opponent mills enough that I'm not like, oh, I'm going to die because I decked out. Now, my opponent did not see Solemnity, so there's a pretty solid chance they don't have it on their radar, and they think 9 lives is just a card I'm using to buy time or something. Okay, I have it, but there are discard spells, and I do need mana. You can look at using the Pain lands too, maybe. They tap for color, but you take 1. Doesn't work with 9 lives in play, because it adds 1 to the counter, but that's kind of niche. That's not a big deal. Pain lands are untapped, though. Looks like discard on 1. So they'll probably... Now they know Solemnity is in my deck. Every card here is a good choice. So I don't know what their hand looks like. But there's an argument for every card in my hand. Alright. So I assume that means a second discard spell, because they took the thing I had 2 copies of. Or they were banking on me not hitting a land. Okay, I wouldn't have countered that anyways. Oh, here we go. Alright, so if I find a land, I'm in a good position. If I don't, I basically lose. They swing. They don't use the Llanowar Elves for a Yawgmoth. Sure. Yep. Okay, come on. I guess I'm just going to march the Llanowar Elves. I mean, I can just get rid of Idyllic Tutor. No. Let's just march the Llanowar Elves. I'm just going to do something. I need to, like, play Magic here. Found a land's a little slow, though. Not really surprising, given my track record. Yawgmoth can resolve. It doesn't immediately win or anything. Do I play Solemnity first? I think they have Besagus in their deck. I don't think I care. I basically have to play this as a land. I can just run this out and I'm not immediately dead. I'm not too concerned with what happens to me if I play this. So I'm going to run it out. What do you got? They have 5 mana. They're reading Solemnity. Hopefully I didn't just let them win, because like Undying doesn't trigger. Neither do Yawgmoth -1/-1 counters. Okay, that's not an Undying card. They still need Yawgmoth. I mean, you just take Yawgmoth, right? There's no way you don't just pick Yawgmoth. Okay, sure. I'm dead to... Not really sure what that entails, actually. Okay, well, I should probably... I don't even know now. Pass the turn, go a turn cycle with leaving up... I should probably deal with Blood Artist? It's kind of surprising they were willing to take that. So I'll take 3. Yep. When deals damage, put a counter. Sure. What are they baiting? They're just baiting me here. Okay, so I have to kill Blood Artist. And then I basically, yeah, I have to play 9 lives. Okay, I found a land, so I'll play this. Unfortunately, I can't counter Yawgmoth. I can counter that, and I definitely will. Okay, I'm in... I think I've stabilized. Until they find a Besage. Supreme Verdict. I don't feel like that's something I want to cast. I think I should take this time to get Rest in Peace in play. Okay. I'm losing the decking race. Okay, if they ever activate that, I'm no longer losing the decking race. If they find Blood Artist, I'm almost just dead. So I probably need to worry about that. Yeah, I guess I'm just, I mean, there's nothing I can do right now. I'm tapped out, but like, do I Supreme Verdict this? It only just 1-for-1s them because they just draw, they sack everything and just draw with it. So, okay, this does not work when you have Rest in Peace. This weird alchemy thing I've never seen before. They don't get snakes because they can't put counters on their stuff. Um, they can do this whenever they want. So I guess I'll just pass. It would just 1-for-1 with Yawgmoth, but I can just leave this up and just Void Rend it, right? They're always going to be able to sacrifice these two. There's nothing I can do to stop that. Yawgmoth. Alright, so I will prevent them from, sacrificing more than what's already in play. They're always going to draw 2. I'll just make it so they can't sacrifice Yawgmoth. But they did have the combo if it wasn't for Solemnity. Might have just barely got through here. We'll see. I'm not going to counter Yawgmoth. Maybe I can. I mean, no, it doesn't do anything. Also, Blood Artist actually doesn't do anything because creatures get exiled and don't die. Another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1. Okay, if they have Besage You, I am screwed, and I will counter this because of that. Because then things die. Alright, I didn't have an answer to that anyways. Or a counterspell, rather. Okay, I will just Supreme Verdict. They draw 2 again. Me countering the Cutthroat makes my opponent think I'm dead to a Cutthroat style effect where I am not because recipe. So maybe I've kind of put it in their head that that's something they're after. I don't know if there's anything to gain from that because they're just going to play it out when they find it anyways. It's not like I'm tricking them into screwing themselves up or something like that. Oh, maybe they do have a Besage You. I don't know what's instant speed right now. Not Collected Company. I don't think there's Court of Calling in this game, so I don't really know what that could be. It could just be the Phyrexian Tower. This, like, holds itself in priority, I think, randomly. Could be that. Okay, Apatra doesn't do much. We are winning the decking by a significant degree. I can just cycle this. Yeah, I'll just cycle it. I don't really need it. Okay, play that. Pass. Scavenging Ooze. Really? Wow. Okay. That's kind of surprising. Opponent still peppering me with the beats when available. Sure. I can Supreme Verdict that, but it can't actually tutor for anything I'm scared of. Not that I'm aware of, I should say. There's nothing I'm aware of that I'm like, oh no, please don't tutor that. Let's find out. Let's see what they get here. I could stop it now, but whatever they get, I can't stop. It's going to be inevitable, so I might as well just rip the Band-Aid off. Like, they can always do this or always just play out the card. Looks like another Yawgmoth, which... Does that make sense here? I mean, yeah, right? Because you can use it to cycle your dead cards into things that are not dead. So I guess that makes sense. How many more Yawgmoths do they have? 2. Yep. 1 more in the deck and or hand. It feels like I should Void Rend it, but if it's not... I mean, maybe I should because I don't want them to find Besage You before I find a second Solemnity. Yeah, let's do the same thing we did last time here. Sure, I'll just make a 1/1. We did it. Opponent realizes they can't win, so I believe this opponent did have Besage You, right? Or was that just the other deck I was playing against? That was really close, but we got through. So they had Eldritch Evolution and they got Blood Artist, right? Yeah, because then they could kill us with any Yawgmoth. I've never seen Yawgmoth played before, but I watch so much Modern content, I kind of know how the deck works. This card is obviously not in Modern, it's a weird Hearthstone thing, but sure. Yeah, wow, cool game. They just had no answer to it. Interesting it took them that long to realize they had no answer, but okay. Well, some people takes longer than others. Maybe they thought they had something they didn't. So I think I'm going to turn the Oath of Kaya into another Necromentia. Rest in Peace was good that game, that's for sure. I know the more I sideboard, the more I want to really just do 3-3-3 with this. So I can have more sideboard options and not have to side out so many cards every game. Maybe I really should just rip that band-aid off and just do like this. I am black with no discard spells, which does look kind of strange, especially with Snapcasters. Maybe I can drop a Seek and go up a Snap. I like that. Actually, let's go up and Drown, I think. I could even drop Seek New Knowledge altogether for something else. There are... What's that blue-black... excuse me, what's that blue-black draw spell? I believe it's an instant. Could not be, maybe. I'm not running this, that's for sure. Yeah, Tainted Indulgence might be slightly better than Seek New Knowledge. But maybe not. It adds a card to my graveyard for Snapcasters. It's very similar to Seek New Knowledge, to be honest. It's like super similar. I'm never going to have the claws, so I'm always going to be discarding. And it's blue-black, and this is blue, so I maybe that's just actively worse, right? Just because this isn't a paper card. I mean, it's in this format, so I will play it. I think it's probably better than this, though. Yeah. Wandering Emperor hasn't done anything. I mean, there's only one copy of it, so it's not really surprising. Maybe it should be something else, though. I've kind of liked Void Rend so far. Yeah, Wandering Emperor is also a double white spell, which isn't really that big of a deal, to be honest, but let's take it out. I feel like if I can, I should, so I will. I don't want 4 verdicts. Not yet. Oh, I would like 5 marches, but can't do that. Let's go up. Do I want another Void Rend? No. Maybe a Seek New Knowledge? Sure, let's just do that. And another card for the sideboard. Maybe like a weird Fatal Push or some random 1-mana spell that doesn't matter too often. I really don't know. Could just go up the 4th Idyllic Tutor and then just do 3 and 3 with the other ones. Yeah, I mean, there is Rest in Peace in my deck, so... Yeah, a Grim Tutor instead. I mean, that if it's always looking for one of these, I don't think that makes sense. Alright, let's try that. Let's try that. I gotta find a happy balance of where to, you know, you just don't want to take out cards that are decent against your opponent, like ever. And if you have too many cards that are good against one matchup, maybe you should lighten the load on that matchup to make your other matchups a bit better. For Necromentia is pretty good against slow nonsense that I could bump into from time to time. Is that a bronze player? Huh. It didn't pit me against anyone in silver? At the very least, it just went all the way to bronze? That's like low bronze too, isn't it? That's odd. Maybe there's an MMR and this person has like a... They haven't played in a while? Like a long while or something? No, but they don't even have a card sleeve or anything. I don't know. I think this is one of the starting avatars too. Maybe they're just new to the game. Maybe I'm so low, I'm bullying new players with my Esper Control deck. That is like a lot of rares and mythics. My opponent mulliganed twice, so I think it's a hand of 5? No, mulligan 3 times. Okay, maybe it's a combo deck. It is. Okay, it's a combo deck. Don't know what it could be, but they're not. They're definitely not new to the game. If that was any consolation. Teamer is always combo. Always, 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 always combo. There's never a Teamer deck that is not combo. So I think it is the deck that Neoform. Yeah, it's some sort of Neoform deck. I will shock myself. And hope they don't have exactly what they need. Llanowar Elves, sure. I will cycle my farmland. Pretty sketchy matchup, but not really surprising. I guess I'll play this tapped. Doesn't matter. They one-shot me with the combo. It is the weird Snapcaster Mage into the weird Neoform is how the deck works. I'm sure we will wind up seeing it. This is probably the last turn they have to really go for it. They definitely should have went for it on their own turn. That was a mistake. Because it's 4 mana. They had 4 mana. They should have just went for it right there. Okay, yep. No land. Wow. Alright, so this is good, and I guess Void Rend is good too. And I will play this, and I will not play Teferi. In fact, I will discard Teferi. Yeah, I think that was their last turn to really go for it. It could be the other... No, it's a Neoform. It's Neoform. There's the Seagate. I'll let that resolve. No, I won't. Anticipate looking for Pact of Negation. Did not find it. I guess I'll march the Llanowar Elves so it can't attack my Teferis. Do I play Teferi now? Nah. Double interaction is better. Whoop, that's not how that card works. I mean, it is, but this is what I want to do with it. Alright, they have 2 more of that card. They have Neoform in hand. Now I only have 1 interactive spell, but Memory Deluge is up, so I'll just leave that up instead of playing Teferi. Oh, come on. Come on. Really? You had 3? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Yup. Yup, I can't stop the combo. They just had 3. Whatever. So now I have to counter the end of the combo. Wait, why is it not letting me interact with them? How come I can't interact with this with the Void Rend? I'm not sure. I can stop them from swinging when they get the haste card, so maybe I'm not dead actually? Right? They do this and they give it all haste and swing twice with it, with the haste wall. They can only go for the combo once. This is a clone, by the way. That's why they're getting more than 4. This is a clone of Dualcaster. I don't know how common this deck is, so maybe there's someone unfamiliar with it. This is pretty common in Best of 1. Surprising to see it in like a bronze. That's so I kill Tuk Tuk, and they can't swing. And then I Supreme Verdict. Alright, so I complain for no reason. I knew what their deck was, and I'm like, oh, and now I just win. They can't win now. They have no second combo. They can't go for it again. Necromentia stops the combo. Tasha doesn't save me from the beats, so I guess I'll get rid of that. The combo is good. My combo is good, I should say. Teferi is a little late to the party. Like, my opponent's trying to win before I get to that point, right? They're trying to just actually kill me before they get there, before I get to Teferi. So I guess I'll take Teferi's out. Is March good? March doesn't really answer anything worth answering. It does kill Tuk Tuk. Maybe I can still just get away with this. How do I get this last tutor in here? Memory Deluge is also a bit slow. I don't think I need Rest in Peace. Maybe I can run one Necromentia. Necromentia is good in this game, but I am on the draw. Drop a Snapcaster for one, something like that. I could go in with all 4 Necromentias. I'll do it for game 3 probably on the play. Probably. Kind of slow. They try to kill me super fast here, right? So kind of slow. Okay. No black mana at all, actually. No, I'm not gonna keep this. I'll keep this though. Get rid of these Rafine towers. Maybe just one like that. Sure. It looks like they have an opt. They can't run consider because you never want to surveil away win condition. So they have to run opt instead. They have to keep the cards in their deck. But this deck kind of just kills you on turn 3 or 4. This is looking like a turn 4. Maybe I can mulligan mindlessly for Void Rend. Maybe that makes sense. Yeah, maybe that does make sense. Because it's uncounterable, and I can always kill Tuk Tuk, and then they just can't swing. Alright, so I found Void Rend. Let's get rid of you and shock myself. Leave up Void Rend. They cannot... Oh, I don't have to shock myself now. They can't stop Void Rend. I can get into trouble if they go for it, and I'm like, oh, let me just counter it, and then Pact of Negation kills me. Whereas I could have otherwise played around it. But I have the Wombo combo, so I can probably let them go for it. I fully expect a Pact of Negation. They could do a baby combo, I guess. I don't know. But yep, it's a turn 4, which I expect. Bunch of cantrips. They're on the play. It's not really surprising. But I have the Void Rend. Yeah, it's very strange that I cannot respond to this. Maybe I can, but when I click auto yield, it just auto yields through it. I have no reason to respond to it. They could run Gaia's Blessing and shuffle this back in. I guess. I don't know. There's Tuk Tuk. There's that. Alright. Same thing as last game. Yep, there is a Pact of Negation. My opponent's thinking about casting it, but they would lose the game instantly. Okay, my opponent does not have 5 mana, so they are just dead to not paying for it. Yep. They can't pay for Pact. I did not have to cast Supreme Verdict there. They would just die to the Pact. There's no way to generate free mana. Like they can't make a treasure in response or something, so this was always going to kill them. Wow, that's funny. That's the exact deck I was expecting. Yeah, I don't think the transformative sideboard plan is too good, but I don't think it really matters, right? I'm not going to get to Teferi that game, that matchup. I'm not going to. There's really nothing I can do other than specifically Void Rend Supreme Verdict, unless I somehow have time to play Nine Lives Solemnity. I have to have both. Just a single one doesn't do anything. They swing for more than whatever. It's what? How many 3/3s is it? It's 8 3/3s and a 5/2. So 24 plus. So it's 29, and they can swing twice. But the second swing is only for 24. So yeah, I mean, unless I gained that much life somehow. Yeah, no. A single 9 lives, and they swing with exactly 9 creatures too, so they don't even have to exert. Still kill me. Man, there's no one in gold, I guess. Went from bronze to silver. All right, that's kind of funny. To be fair, I've only played like 6 or less than 20 games. Significantly less than 20 games. Ooh, I would love to be able to play. Can I keep this with no black mana? I might replace the basic lands with something. Yeah, it probably makes sense. Replace the 2 basics with maybe one Godless Shrine and one something else. I don't know. Another Water Grave or something. Think I'll keep this, though. Yeah. This is most likely Prowess, which I think is still a favorable matchup. It could be Hammer Time, though. Nope, it's just the same deck again. Okay. No Reckless Charge, please. Thank you. Looks like a cantrip. Yep, I got nothing to do. This is definitely a deck where I wish I had Portable Holes. By, like a lot. It's like a really, really, really good card against them. But I don't have it. Sure, I'm not going to change the equation. A consider. Considering changing the equation. No, I'm not doing that. Sure. So, do I chump with the Snapcaster is the question. Probably. I should probably chump with Snapcaster. Oh, it didn't let me. Oh, I guess I went to after blocks. I'm just stupid. Okay. There's also that. Stupidity is a thing I can do. Uh-oh. What happened? Did I disconnect? Oh, my internet's still here. How do they have priority with nothing up? Time's ticking still. How did they do that? Did they put full control on? What the heck do they have that's 0 mana, that's castable? It can't even be Pact Negation. It's not on the stack. I have no idea what that was. I should probably counter that. I don't have to block, but I guess I will. They have no lands, and Who knows what else? Okay, I'm just dead. I mean, I'm not dead, but if they cast a spell, I'm dead, and they don't have any lands in their hands, so I'll make them have it. Please just cast a spell. For the love of God, thank you. Okay. I think we're taking out Tasha after this game. I've never played it. I mean, there's only one copy of it, but still. Every scenario in which if I had it to play, it wouldn't really be good. So I think I'm off of it. I'm not really on it at all. Let's take out a Teferi. Seek, Snap, maybe. Take out 2 more Teferis and do it like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Most games, it seems I wind up bringing this in, too. That's something to take note of. I tend to bring in this sideboard plan very, very, very often. Which probably just goes to show how powerful it is, at least in my opinion. No black mana, but I have a piece of the combo and an uninterruptible answer to the board. Maybe Portable Hole could be in the sideboard. Maybe. 2 Necromentia, 2 Portable Hole. Opponent's deliberating, but they've been playing super slow the whole game anyways, so who knows what this means. Well, to be fair, they didn't. They sideboarded pretty quickly, so that's interesting. Mulligan probably for a 1-drop. Nope. Okay, so I play this, right? Yep. I got no 2 mana spell here to leave up. Good old Castle. Coming in tapped. Could run the Pain lands the more I'm thinking about it. I thought there was enough lands in the deck where the check lands always came in untapped, but I guess maybe not. I could take out the white channel land too. I did take out Otawara. Is it Igigantokurper? I don't know the name of it. Iganto? Alright, Arcanist? Yep, no surprise there. Didn't have a 1-drop, probably have a 2-drop. No black mana, problematic for me. Nothing to do but this, so I'll cast it. If I ever find 9 lives, I win. There's 4 Idyllic Tutors, 3 9 lives. Alright, no Reckless Fury, good. Just to consider. Still kind of bad for me, but can't do anything about it. Okay, found black mana. It's also a mana for this, but I'm gonna not do anything. I kind of want to bait a Spell Pierce out of my opponent's hand. Or, like, draw 2 with this, honestly. Did my opponent... My opponent did not see black mana turn game 1. They did not see black mana last game. Sure. No black for them. Drown is a little weak against Arcanist because it can eat... They eat their own graveyard, but they really only need, like, 2 spells. 2 cards in the graveyard for it to be online. Which is not too worrisome. They have nothing to flash back. So I will just take 2. That is totally fine. That is a pretty huge win for me. So I'll try to draw 2. I expect Spell Pierce. Or Mystical Dispute. Could do that. This is a blue spell. What a surprise. Wowee. Alright, so I only have 1 of those up. If I play this, they have no threats. So I will. And their threats don't have haste unless they have Reckless Charge. Okay. Um, I can kill one. Actually, I don't think there's any reason to kill either right now. I'm gonna Void Rend, I think, instead of Drown. Because it plays around Dispute and stuff. Although they didn't have it when I cast Supreme Verdict. They didn't have any response to it. Even though it's on counter roll, it's still passed priority if they had a counter spell in their hand. Okay. Okay. I will now deal with this. They could be holding priority just because of Bugbear. Nope. Alright, so I can kill this, but then Bugbear almost kills me. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. If I cast this, I'm dead to Bugbear activation. So, I guess I just got to pass. Opponent is aware of what they got. That is really unbelievable. I am dead. Right? Yeah, no matter what. Oh, that is so irritating. That's so irritating. If I had a second black source, I would not be dead. That's the second time I've lost to prowess, which is an extremely favorable matchup for me. I think it's a super good matchup, and I'm just literally losing left and right to it. That matchup is, I just, in both times, literally both times, I think it's because of my mana. Both times I just didn't have, it was like tap mana the first time, and then this time it's because my mana was the wrong colors. Which really shouldn't happen in Historic. My mana should not have that issue. I should never have that issue. I'm going to take out the basics and add, at the very least, like Pain Lands or something. Maybe another Watery Grave. If I'm going to run the check lands, I should run the Shock lands. One Watery Grave, and then I guess I'll suck it up and run a Godless Shrine. It's off color for Archmage's Charm, but so was the Plains. I don't know if I want this. Seldom is it relevant, and there's a lot of times I just play it as a land. I think it's just like a cute little card. But if I'm three colors, I'm not on it. Another Watery Grave. Yeah. Okay. What else here? Maybe the pathway can be a Pain Land. These castles, I mean, they're fine. The castles are fine. And the farmland can stay for now. Yeah, the pathway can be a Pain Land or another Shock Land. Or just another Drowned Catacomb. For now, I guess I'll try Godless Shrine. I could just do another farmland. No, I don't think I want more than that. Alright. And for the sideboard, maybe take out 2 of these and add 2 portable holes. Make that matchup a little bit better. But I don't feel like I really need those. Yeah, I don't think I need those. Maybe they're better as mystical disputes. Let's see. Black, red, and blue, red are the things I'm, like, nervous about constantly. So, what's good against both of those? Let's look at the color hate cards. What do we have here? Devoted Decree. Exile target creature if it's black or red, scry 1. Or Surge Protection, damage. So both of these are solid. I guess I'll start with Devoted Decree. I wish it kind of dealt with any permanent like Celestial Purge. So I can hit Fable. But I think that's fine. Those are the 2 decks. And red is all over the place, so... And I don't really need... Yeah, I like that. I like that. I don't need to... Man, they're almost main deckable, actually. Devoted Decree. It almost feels main deckable. Maybe if I'm a higher rank, right? If I was in Platinum again, which I'm sure I'll get there, then I'd probably run like maybe one to start. Excuse me, one decree in the main to start. I don't like main deck hate cards that much. It's a little suspect, but meta calls exist. That is a weird hand. This is not a weird hand. I like this hand. Sand makes me happy. Let's put back a hollowed fountain. Yeah, yeah. My deck doesn't shuffle, does it? No, Seek New Knowledge shuffles, so I can shuffle this away. Ooh, is this mono white? Ooh. Can't be blocked except creatures. Cool. They played a 1/1 that maybe gets bigger. Oh, this is a common, too. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Supreme Verdict looking juicy. I feel like I'm just like randomly bullying people that are a little too far low ranked for the kind of deck I'm playing. But until I pull out of this rank, it's just gonna happen. No, but that happens at the start of every month. Even if sometimes you bump into somebody who has like a way better deck than you still. Do I care about this? I guess I do care about this bishop because it can give him a bunch of tokens after I sweep the board. I should have killed it before I let this resolve. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. I can snap. Whoa. Okay. Soulmender, huh? Okay, that's also kind of annoying. I think I will just Snapcaster. I think I will block in... Yeah, alright. I don't want him to poop out 4/4s. And I don't have a land, so... Do I get rid of a Teferi, maybe? No, 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 no. Let's do this. Oh, right. That's how that works. I do have to get rid of a card in my hand. I guess I'm just chump blocking then, huh? Yeah, that's... I don't really want to get rid of a card in my hand. This is a 2-drop? Yeah, alright. I'll just take my... Oh, that's funny. Alright. I guess I am dealing with this. Well, they can beat me if I don't ever draw a land. That's for sure. That's a card, yeah. It does not deal with Solemnity 9 lives. It's artifacts and creatures only. I've had that come up plenty of times. Yep. This is immediately a 4/4. Really need to draw land. There's no reason to do this now. If it's the only spell I get to cast next turn anyways, I don't really have to do it now. Alright, I found the land. They could make a 2/2 and then that's it. Alright. They've put almost lethal in they put lethal in play because they can plus a Johnny to kill me. Alright, I found an answer to lethal. Lethal is no longer in play. I mean, I had an answer, but I found another one. Gonna deal with the more expensive threat. Because I can, if I play a land next turn, I can plus Teferi and get rid of this immediately. Whereas I couldn't do that with the other one. Well of Dreams. Whenever you gain life, you may pay X and draw that many. Whoa. Okay. Let's hold on to this March then. Just minus here. Yeah. They can plus a Johnny, which doesn't do anything without a creature, right? Yeah, because they have no creatures, so this would be 0. Gain life equals the number of creatures you control. Oh, no, it's 1. It's 1. Gotcha. Looks like nothing for them to play. Interesting. Let's exile this nonsense. That's kind of a problem. I've never seen that card played before. Surprised they didn't make a Najani's Pridemate there. It's probably a mistake. Probably should have made one. Let's cycle this. I'm not gonna make a 1/1. Alright, do I play this? Yes. I can play a tap land and still make a, a token. They could have Skyclave Apparition in this deck. I'm just going to do this now. What is the bottom part of this? They return a creature, right? Any creature, so they'll probably just get a flying threat there. But hopefully Teferi pulls out of this game super fast and I just win. But I am super low because it took a while to get to the Supreme Verdict. I think this should have been in play last turn. Teferi is not a big deal. I probably would have swung at me, actually. I don't think I would have swung at this. I think they should have swung at me. But maybe not. Who knows? Found a counterspell that hits a fair amount of their deck. Righteous Valkyrie does not hit that. How many cards in their graveyard? Enough? Okay. That's a scary one. They can get it back with this cleric class. Which means all of their stuff is instantly massive because they're at 45. I don't know what the sideboard plan for this deck is. Because I really only play against it in best of one. Sure. Should probably be trying to kill me. Don't know what they're doing here. Probably should have tried to kill me there. Alright, make a 1/1. Play an untapped land now. Let's see, I'll have 2 untapped. No, I can't leave up, change the equation at the same time. And I could probably get into a bit of trouble if I swing at a Johnny. So I won't. Oh no, I didn't untap double white. I cannot make a I can't make a token. I didn't realize. I untapped actually the only card in the only land I have that denied me a token there. Whoops. Hopefully it doesn't cost me the game, but we'll see. Alright, at least my opponent they'll definitely swing at me this time, right? Because I have to block both. They'll definitely swing at me this time. For sure. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh no! Oh, it ended up mattering. It ended up mattering. I forgot. I forgot that had text on it. I completely forgot it actually did something. It actually kills my cards. My tokens are dead. Alright, so I was just always dead. I needed to like Teferi minus and then Teferi minus again or make a token after. I had to do something else. Yeah, that was my bad. My bad. Alright, so this actually is a matchup I like, Tasha. I kind of like everything because they're sort of slow. Like super slow. So let's take out Seek. Let's take out maybe even Archmage's Charm. I feel like I want all my Teferis. Let's take that out. I'd be surprised if they had a solid answer to my 9 lives nonsense. I guess I don't like change the equation. It does hit some of their cards, but not a ton of them. So actually, let's take that into consideration. Yeah, It stops the early game a little, but not really. Not really. I don't even want portable hull, so. And they're not green. They usually have green for like Collected Company and stuff, but this one does not. Okay, I immediately have it. Just need a second white source. Not a big deal. Famous last words. I can play a tap land here. It's basically free. Yeah. It means I am 2 lands away from 9 lives, but that's not really relevant. Opponent playing good disciplined Magic. I like to see it. Okay, so I'm not leaving up anything. I guess I just run this out. Again, Skyclave can be in their deck. Skyclave Apparition. I'd be surprised to see it post sideboard when they did not see this game 1. Hopefully my opponent actually concedes if they don't have an answer to it and doesn't sit around for 20 years. That would be nice. But I don't know if they have an answer to it or not, so I have no idea. I'm going to get a second one with this. Oh, I edited all of that out, by the way. If someone's watching a YouTube, game 2 they dirtled. They dirtled like crazy. And ran out of gas with just Skyclave Apparition that I could counter. So kind of I think I'll keep this. On the draw, I like it. I just need 1 land. They have 3 minutes left. Not sweating it too much here. But they can still win. I'm gonna shock myself. Fortunately, March exiles, so it doesn't add to drown. This is an annoying sequence of events. Yep. And then I exile, I guess, Supreme Verdict, because I'm kind of far from it. Hit that. Otherwise, I'd be kind of screwed. Really wanted to land there. Well of Dreams is fine. Sure, I'm just going to take 2. Come on. Oh, man. Not like this, dude. Daxos. Let's stem the bleeding. They don't draw a card this way. Found a land. Probably a little too late, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Playing 9 lives does buy me time. Like a lot of time. I don't think I'm running out Snapcaster Mage right now. Am I dead? 4, 5, 6, 7. I am dead, so I guess I will run it out and just not block with it or anything. Just run it out. Okay, that was a decent draw. Do I play this? I suppose it buys me more time than anything else. So sure. I think that buys me time. Does my opponent draw 3? Does blocking do anything? It technically does, right? I block and I take... I'll block here to trigger the life gain. And that will put more stuff on the stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, they don't have another creature, so they have to have 2 combat steps. Yeah, I guess I can run out a second 9 lives. Or I can run out a second 9 lives. Because I expect there to be an answer to Idyllic Tutor getting Solemnity. They have 15 seconds and they have to swing at least twice. They could, like I said, they could have won this game if they didn't do all this. Yeah. Oof, yeah, close. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a genuine game go to time like that. It usually doesn't go to time in that way. It's usually they just like completely time out because they're deliberately like roping you or something. But for someone to actually time out like that in a game 3 where they could have won, if I never drew a land there for Supreme Verdict, could have just won that game. I'm gonna take out Tasha. It has not impressed me at all. Void Rend has kind of impressed me. How many lands are in here? 26? I don't want to add more. Feels like the meta's just been kind of inconsistent, but my the data, I haven't played that many games, so it'll even itself out. Maybe another card draw spell. Another Void Rend even. I can craft one. I do like it. It does feel good against all the counterspell nonsense. I could do a single portable hole too, something like that. I am black, so I can run 1 mana removal spells. Fatal Push is alright. Cling to Dust is eh. Doesn't work with Drown of the Loch, really. They don't work too well together. But Portable Hole doesn't work well with Drown either, because you're not putting it in the graveyard. I'd say a Murderous Rider, but at that point I would just run another Void Rend, I think, before I'd run a Murderous Rider. Maybe. Murderous Rider does come into play as a 2/3, but that's not really a big deal. It's also double black, so yeah, maybe I'm not. Excuse me, maybe I'm not on that. There is Ashiok. I do kind of like Ashiok. I kind of want another Planeswalker, but I don't really know what. I don't think it's going to be a 6-mana one. I don't really like 3 Fairy, or the changed one. I do like Nightmare Muse. Tasha just never came up, and maybe that will be the issue with any Planeswalker I put in that isn't a Fairy. Probably just won't come up, really. Could run... I don't really have a Karn sideboard. No way I'm putting Ugin in my deck. Yeah, there really isn't anything I'm impressed with. Definitely not Narset. Maybe I don't need anything. I just add like another Seek new Knowledge or something. I could just run some amount of discard spells, but I don't really know what I would take out for those. Maybe it's just 4 Snapcasters? No, I like 3. I think I would do a Seek over a Snapcaster anyways. That's a tough one, huh? Vanishing Verse? D-Spark and... Oh, you know what? D-Spark is fine. I like D-Spark. I like D-Spark. Let's try a D-Spark. All right. But that's all. I mean, for games I'm playing, that's all I'm going to play anyways. Um, I liked it a lot. I think the black is fine. Tasha's not really that exciting. It's still mostly just blue-white. Uh, there's some like weird black spells, but I think these are Drown of the Lock is the big one, and Void Rend has been pretty good. I do like it against combo decks that have something in play and they like have Spell Pierce sitting up. You're just like, oh, Void Rend, they can't stop you. I don't really know what D-Spark is doing. It could just be another Void Rend. Yeah, every time I think about it, yeah, all right, let's just add a Void Rend. I'm just gonna add a Void Rend and craft it. Probably just better than anything else. Yeah, this is just better. Exiling, which is what these two spells do, make Drown in the Lock worse. But typically, Drown in the Lock is just good. Change the Equation did not come up too often. I didn't play against too many red or green things where it would have mattered that it was like, 3 or more, but I am still gold, and when I probably climb higher, it will change, and I expect this to become more and more relevant. The sideboard plan, still just almost every game, I'm bringing it in. And almost every game, it's a complete win. Like, you just win the game if you get it. So, I really do like it. Uh, I'm still all over the place with the rest of the sideboard, but, let me know what you thought about it. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.